Well, well, this is wild. You've felt it, haven't you? They're paranoid and freaked out by your intuition and power. You're blowing their minds already? Oh wow, the way you've been moving. It's not just different, it's untouchable. Yeah, they can't decode you. They can't box you. They can't even predict your next step. Nah, they're shaking in silence while you're still climbing higher. This isn't just another random talk. This is a full-on Joker speech, dripping with raw truth, dark energy, and motivation. The question is, are you ready to hear it? Are you ready to see why your quiet strength makes entire rooms tremble? Oh, the story you're about to hear, it's not just about them, it's about you. Your rise, your fire, your edge. And before we dive in, huge tribute to you, the real ones watching this right now. You're the ones who've been carrying that silent power, the ones breaking patterns, the ones refusing to be ordinary. I see you. Respect. Drop your comments, tell your story below, and smash that super thanks to show the world you're proud of your own rise. Stay locked in, because the next few minutes will hit harder than anything you've heard this week. We're going deep, raw, and unfiltered, section by section, until you understand exactly why they're so paranoid and freaked out by you, and why you must never shrink your power again. Ready? Let's begin. Fear doesn't always scream. Sometimes it whispers in their silence, in their stares, in the way they choke on their own confidence when you walk in the room. Oh wow. They never thought you'd notice, did they? They never thought you'd sense the tremor in their spirit, the hesitation in their breath. But you see what they don't want you to see. You catch the flicker before it burns out, and that's what drives them insane. Not your fists, not your noise, your silence, your intuition, that razor-sharp instinct that slices through their pretenses before they can even build them. Yeah, they're paranoid. You can smell it, you can feel it, like a storm pressing against the windows, desperate to get in. Every time you move, every time you pause, they wonder, what does he know? What has he seen? And the truth is, you've seen everything. Not with eyes, with perception. With that eerie, unteachable ability to read people the way others read signs on a street. Nah, this isn't about arrogance. It's about clarity. You walk into their world like a mirror they never asked for, reflecting back the schemes, the insecurities, the cracks they thought were hidden, and it terrifies them. Because when someone can't predict you, can't fool you, can't hide from you, suddenly they're stripped bare, naked, trembling, desperate. And you just stand there, calm, collected, unshaken. Oh, they'll whisper. They'll spread rumors. They'll invent stories just to paint you as unstable, dangerous, unpredictable. But that's only because they can't control you. They can't put you in their little box. They can't label you, tame you, chain you, and control. For them is survival. You've taken that away without even trying. That's why their hearts race when you speak. That's why their laughter dies too quickly when you enter. That's why their eyes dart, restless, searching for safety where there is none. The irony is brutal, isn't it? The very thing that gives you power, the ability to see through them, is the very thing they wish they could erase. They hate you for it. Yet they can't stop watching you, can't stop obsessing over how you do it. Like moths circling a flame, knowing they'll burn, but too entranced to stay away. And here's the twist. You don't even flaunt it. You don't shout about your intuition. You don't beg for recognition. You just exist, aware, tuned in. And somehow that quiet precision makes more noise in their minds than any roar could. It eats at them, day after day, night after night, until paranoia is the only language they speak. Their fear isn't random, it's earned. Because deep down, they know you're not just another face. You're the anomaly, the glitch in their system, the reminder that some people cannot be fooled, cannot be shaken, cannot be broken. And if this is only the beginning, what happens when your power grows louder, sharper, and undeniable? Paranoia doesn't knock. It lives in the cracks of their mind, pacing back and forth like a shadow that refuses to leave. Do you feel it? That's the part that will make them lose sleep tonight. Their eyes may close, but their thoughts won't. The silence of night becomes louder than thunder, because every corner of their mind whispers your name. And here's the part that destroys them. They know you see what they hide, even in the dark. Oh wow. Imagine their discomfort. They sit in their rooms, staring at the walls, wondering if you've already figured out their next move before they've even made it. And the truth, you have. You've always been 10 steps ahead, not because of luck, but because you notice. You pay attention to details so small, so invisible to them, that when you connect the dots, it looks like magic. But it's not magic. It's mastery. Yeah. They'll try to dismiss it. They'll laugh too loudly, fake too boldly, pretend they're unbothered. But when they're alone, when no audience is around, the act collapses. Their breath shortens. Their thoughts spiral. Because deep down, they know every wall they build, you can walk through it without lifting a hand. Nah. They can't protect themselves from you. Not because you're violent, but because you're aware. Awareness is sharper than any weapon, heavier than any chain. It cuts before they even realize they're bleeding. And when they sense that truth, that someone like you exists, it shatters their illusion of control. Oh, they'll try to turn people against you. They'll say you're too intense, too unpredictable, too dangerous. But what they really mean is, you can't be fooled like the rest. And that fact gnaws at them. It's why they can't rest, why their hearts race when your shadow crosses theirs. Here's the secret. They'll never admit. They envy you. They want your clarity, your calm, your power. But envy rots. And when it rots, it transforms into fear. Fear that grows, fear that festers, fear that keeps them wide awake, staring into nothing, haunted by the thought of you. And when fear becomes obsession, the story takes a darker turn. Obsession is not passion, it's decay. It starts as curiosity and ends as a cage they build around their own sanity. But obsession, once it takes root, never stays quiet. It mutates. At first it's subtle, a glance too long, a question too curious, a habit of watching your every move when they think you're not looking. But soon, it spreads, like ink in water. It stains everything. Your name lingers in their conversations. Your decisions echo in their choices. And without even realizing it, they've built their lives around trying to figure you out. Oh wow. Look at them now. Once confident, once composed, now dissecting every word you say, every pause you take, every silence you leave hanging. They're convinced there's a secret hiding in your calm, and maybe there is. Maybe the secret is that you don't play their games. Maybe it's that you stopped needing their approval long ago. That's what drives them mad. Yeah, they can't compete with someone who's not competing. They can't predict someone who moves without craving attention. You've shattered their blueprint, and in their panic, they start building theories. Wild, desperate theories. What's the motive? What's the plan? They whisper these questions into the dark, but no answer ever comes. Nah, they don't see the irony. The more they try to understand you, the less they understand themselves. They lose balance. They forget their own purpose. They stop focusing on their own steps because they're too busy counting yours. And when obsession reaches that point, it's no longer about you. It's about their unraveling. Oh, they'll start making moves just to test you. Little traps, petty challenges, subtle sabotage. But here's the cruel twist. Every scheme they design only exposes how desperate they've become. Every failed attempt is another mirror reflecting their weakness. And you stay unbothered, because you were never here to outplay them. You were here to outgrow them. This is the part that truly breaks them. When they realize you're no longer even looking back, that your path is stretching beyond their reach, and their obsession can't follow. And when someone realizes they're losing control completely, they do something even more dangerous. Desperation doesn't arrive politely. It storms in, tearing apart logic, shattering masks, and forcing people to show who they really are. Desperation makes people reckless, and reckless people always make their final mistake. When fear turns into obsession, and obsession turns into panic, control vanishes. Their calm collapses. Their pride crumbles. And suddenly, every move they make is a gamble they can't afford to lose. Oh wow. Watch closely. Their eyes dart too quickly. Their words stumble. Their laughter rings hollow. Every action carries a hidden tremor. They're no longer strategizing. They're flailing. And flailing people leave trails. They expose themselves. They reveal cracks they swore would never show. Yeah, you've seen this pattern before. The louder they get, the weaker they are. The more they pretend, the clearer the truth becomes. They think aggression covers fear. They think noise hides weakness. But you know better. You see the difference between strength and a desperate performance, and you can't unsee it. Nah, they don't realize how much they've already given away. Every reckless jab, every false smile, every shaky attempt to challenge you, it's all evidence. Evidence of the storm raging inside them. And the more they try to bury it, the deeper they sink. Oh, here's the part that twists the knife. Their recklessness doesn't damage you, it damages them. Every trap they set backfires. Every scheme exposes them further. Their hands shake while yours stay steady. Their steps falter while yours move forward. And the more they spiral, the clearer it becomes who's truly in control. This is why they fear you. Not because you shout, not because you threaten, but because you don't need to. Their paranoia does the work for you. Their obsession builds the walls of their own prison. Their recklessness locks the door. And you're simply watching the truth unfold. But the story doesn't end with their recklessness. No, when someone realizes they've lost control completely, when every desperate move has failed, they're forced into the last stage. Collapse doesn't arrive like a scream. It seeps in, slow at first, then suddenly, all at once, the mask crumbles, and the truth stands bare. And that last stage is the most dangerous of all, surrender or self-destruction. When every plan has failed, when every trick has backfired, when their paranoia has eaten them alive, they're left with only two choices: give up control or destroy themselves, trying to keep it. Oh wow. The signs are always there. The sleepless eyes, the nervous hands, the way their voice cracks when they pretend to sound certain. They're unraveling in plain sight. And here's the irony. They don't even see it. They think they're still hiding, still covering their weakness. But to you, it's written in neon across their every move. Yeah, surrender doesn't come easy for them. Pride won't let them. Ego screams too loudly. So instead, they lean toward the other path, the darker path, self-destruction. They begin sabotaging themselves in the hope of hurting you, but it never works. Because self-destruction is exactly that, destroying the self. And you simply step aside and watch their fire consume its own source. Nah, they can't stop it once it starts. Desperation fuels recklessness, and recklessness fuels collapse. It's a cycle that spins faster and faster until they can't breathe. They're gasping for stability, clawing for balance, but their own choices keep dragging them down, and the more they fight, the deeper they sink. Oh, the truth is merciless here. You don't even have to lift a hand. You don't need to shout, or argue, or prove anything. Their paranoia does all the work. Their obsession builds the stage. Their recklessness writes the script. And their collapse? That's the final act. You're just the mirror they've been terrified to face. But here's the twist. They'll blame you for it. They'll call you the reason for their downfall, the storm that broke them. They can't admit they lost to themselves, so they project it onto you. Let them, because deep down, they know. They know it wasn't you. It was the weakness inside them they never faced. You only revealed it. You only shined the light they couldn't bear to see. This is the true power of your intuition. Not to destroy, not to humiliate, but to expose. To strip away the illusions they cling to until the raw truth is undeniable. And that truth leaves them with one last haunting question. Strength, once undeniable, doesn't just command attention, it bends the entire room. It makes even silence feel heavy. If exposure is this painful, what happens when your strength keeps growing louder, sharper, unstoppable? I'll tell you, fear turns into awe, and paranoia mutates into respect they never wanted to give. Because once power is undeniable, once presence cannot be ignored, resistance dies, and all that's left is acknowledgement. Oh wow, the shift is breathtaking. The same people who whispered about you now fall silent when you enter. The same ones who doubted your intuition now copy your ways, hoping no one notices the imitation. The same ones who mocked your calm now study it, desperate to borrow even an ounce of it. You've gone from threat to force, from question mark to exclamation. And that terrifies them even more. Yeah, it's not your volume that unsettles them. It's your consistency. While they crumbled under pressure, you stood unshaken. While they wasted nights plotting shadows, you moved forward with clarity. And nothing rattles people more than realizing their paranoia didn't stop you. It only fueled you. Nah, they'll try to spin the story. They'll claim they always saw your potential. They'll pretend they were never against you. But you'll remember. You'll remember how they trembled, how they schemed, how they laughed nervously behind walls of denial. And you'll remember how every one of their doubts collapsed the moment your strength could no longer be hidden. Oh, this is the moment where they're forced to confront reality. You've become untouchable, not because you begged for power, not because you demanded recognition, but because you lived in truth, sharpened your awareness, and refused to fold. That's what breaks them the most. The fact that everything they feared about you turned out to be real, and still, you stood. Their paranoia was never about you being dangerous. It was about you being undeniable. It was about the threat of someone existing who could not be deceived, not be manipulated, not be bent. And now, that threat has materialized into something they can no longer ignore. This is why their fear will never vanish. It will only evolve. Today, it looks like envy. Tomorrow, it will look like silence. And eventually, it will look like reluctant respect. Because whether they admit it or not, they know the truth. You've risen beyond their reach. The story was never about their control. It was never about their schemes. It was about you outlasting, outseeing, outgrowing. They were the noise. You were the signal. And signals don't fade just because noise grows louder. Signals cut through, always. And now, you've become the signal. They cannot escape. And there it is. You see it now, clear as day. They're paranoid, they're freaked out, and deep down they know your intuition and power are unstoppable. Oh wow. The way you move through their noise like it's nothing, that's why they can't sleep at night. Yeah, they'll keep whispering, they'll keep plotting, but every single time you rise higher, their minds break a little more. Nah, don't shrink, don't play small. Don't dim that fire ever. Because your power isn't just shaking them, it's inspiring everyone watching right now. And I mean it. You are the ones turning this into more than just words, more than just a video. Oh, this channel is fueled by legends like you, the ones who show up, drop comments, leave your thoughts, and smash that super thanks to prove you're part of something bigger. So tell me, did this speech hit you? Did it light that spark? Let me know in the comments. I read them all. Tribute to every single one of you who stays till the end. Respect, loyalty, and strength. This isn't the end, it's only the beginning. Because if they're already paranoid now, just wait until they see what's coming next.